Hey guys, how you doing? I have a 2000 Ford F-250 V8 5.4 liter automatic four-wheel drive. I'm having a problem with the shifting in my transmission. I've looked at some videos on YouTube. You know, I've looked at some forums, some Ford forums. I cannot find this problem. This is something that, you know, I've had some people come and look at it, not some transmission experts. I've had, you know, a couple guys come by, give me some code readings, and I have put approximately $200 into it at this point. And of course, I'm down for 3 days. I want to try to show somebody out there, if I can, what is wrong with this thing. And maybe somebody out there has had the same problem, because I cannot find anything on this certain problem that I'm having. And before I go down, take it to the transmission shop, you know, like everybody else, you get tired of it, and you gotta, you know, we all gotta work. So, and spend the $3,000 or $4,000 to fix it. I'm sure that's what it'll cost. Put it there. But anyway, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you what it's doing. Weirdest thing you have ever seen, and I have ever seen. All right, go to get in it. Like I said, it's a regular old start. Everything, it's like get in. Okay, now see, it just started doing this right here, dropping down real low, and then idling, of course. And I'm sure it did have the well, actually, it does have the service engine soon light on now. It didn't. It is on, and that's weird because it wasn't on a minute ago. I did make an extra video, and I'm doing a better one here. But anyway, to show you what's happening with this thing is no auto driver light off and nothing like that. Okay, I go to put it in reverse. Okay, all right, and just like normal, like you're going to back out of your driveway, I go to put it in reverse, and it's like stopped. It like won't let you go nowhere. I mean, it's like, and then when you go to back up, it's really like you got to really push the gas hard. Okay, and then it stops like it's in park. I don't know if you can really see. See, like right now, it's in reverse, and it's sitting. But if you push the gas, it goes. I mean, it'll go. And then it's like it's stuck in park or something, but it's not stuck in park because you can move the truck. You know, you can move the truck, you can move it, but it's like stuck. But if you push the gas, you know, like it's like you're backing up a heavy trailer. Weirdest thing ever. Now forward, and we're going forward, and go forward, and roll like it's supposed to, you know. When you go back, it sticks. Like you put it in park really fast, like you know, you dumped it in park. It's just weird, really weird. So I put it back in, and you hear that hard knock, of course. But that's that. I mean, I have never come across this problem yet. Now I'll show you. It threw a code, through 3 codes: the turbine sensor, the ABS sensor, and something that most of you, I don't know, I haven't seen this on here, but I found these when I was doing this. I'm going to show you here in a second. The turbine sensor, there's actually 2 of them in this transmission. There's a front one and a back one, and I've only seen people replace the back one and saying it's only a 10-minute job, which they're not lying. You don't have to turn off the transmission, don't do all that stuff, no sense in it. But I'm going to show you what I replaced. This right here, this ABS sensor. I replaced that, and these up in here, I mean, there's no leakage around my drive shaft, nothing bad, nothing, no leaking, no nothing here bad, nothing. And when you can see that if I had some help here, I could show you that the drive shaft actually moves like it's in park, you know. And anyway, so I mean, there's no leaking back here, there's no leaking here, nothing leaking around the transfer case, there's nothing bad here. Everything's moves freely, no problems. Obviously because it's in neutral, but still there's no problems. The only thing I see is I've got an oil leak here, of course, but that has nothing to do with the motor. I mean, that has all to do with the motor. Where I can show you now on this, I've seen some videos where you're looking at the bottom of your truck, you have your shifter right here. Okay, your shifter's here, this little plastic piece. Be very careful with it, because if you break it, you're going to be in a parking lot and you're going to put it in reverse, and you're going to have to get underneath the truck to shift it yourself. So that little piece, be careful of. But this isn't what I was talking about when I replaced. It's up here. On top of this, right above here, there's a wire. You got a wire running here. Okay, and then up here, there's a sensor. It's a 8mm, 5/16, one of them two, and you just take it out, pop it out. You do it all without on sight. I couldn't see it. Of course, take your the wiring piece off, and I can actually show you what the piece looks like here in a second. But you want to replace that. But now, here's another thing. There's another one that they don't tell you about on the videos that I've watched, and it's up here, on the very almost to the bell housing on the transmission, right up front. And I've replaced that this morning, thinking, well, okay, I've replaced both of those. That's the only sensors that I see on the whole thing. So those two, just if you ever, you know, if you're working on it, there's one right to the left on top, and back toward the back of your transmission right here. That you see a lot of videos on that, but I've never yet to see one where it goes in reverse like that. It did, like I said, it threw a code with, it threw a code saying that the test was incomplete. Like it wouldn't run the whole test. Now I'm not sure. What I've been told is, you know, and of course everybody else is some of the problems people, some people diagnose and you just go after it. You know, you just say fix what you can, but, I've been told that, you know, since it wouldn't complete its diagnosis through the wiring, that there's something bad there, whether it's a ground or the PCM itself went bad. Also, it threw the two codes which I've replaced. Those two codes that were there replaced, but now, as you can see, my service engine soon lights back on. Real quick, how this all started, out of the blue. Going down the road, it goes shift into first, shift into second, go into third, go into the third on the transmission, and the motor was searching for it. Something was searching for trying to search for that, and it would just dump into overdrive. The overdrive button was flashing. Okay. And then I put the new this stuff in there. Took my battery cable off, try to let the PCM reset, or PCU, or whatever it is. And then it worked fine. Nothing wrong. Backed out, no problems. Backed out, no problem. Drove down the road, went down through all the gears, no problem. Went to come back down the road, and it started again. And now, instead of losing my third gear, I've lost overdrive. So I'm not sure if it's something in the transmission, or it's something to do with the PCM, the PCU, or it's another sensor that I'm not finding, and that's what I need help with, guys. And if you've had these problems, please comment on this. I could sure use your help before I go and spend all the money on this thing. And of course, I'm pretty mechanically inclined. I can take the tranny out. I just, how many parts are in there, so I'm not messing with it. So if that's the case with it, but man, it's too much to go buy a new truck, so nowadays, and for the problem that this is having, it's right at 220,000 miles right now, and I think the transmission was actually replaced refurbished to about 100 and at about 120 from what I can see underneath. Somebody wrote down on it. And that's all I got, guys. Please comment below and let me know. Thank you.